One of the best things about being a moderator is I get to see all my friends. They've all become very good friends over the years. The next panel that we will have is the State Legislative Affairs Briefing. So if I could ask the Sean Caranna, Patricia Harold, Keely Hopkins, Mark Pennick, Brian Strasser, and Don Turner to please take the stage. This will be followed by a short beverage break, and then we will come back. But if I could get Sean to take the mic first. Thank you very much.
Good morning, you gorgeous patriots. This is absolutely the highlight of my year every year when I get to come up here and address you folks. Next year is going to be extra special. This will be in Florida. I don't have to get on an airplane. I get to drive to this. It's going to be great. And we're so happy to have you in Florida for next year. So please come. You know, a lot of people look to Florida for what's coming out in firearms policy throughout the country. Our concealed carry license was the one back in 1987 that wound up being a version of that exported to most of the states. Our self-defense and no duty to retreat or stand your ground law has been exported to so many states. We've long been a leader in gun rights. We've also been a leader in gun control. Some of the worst gun control laws that have come out recently, I'm ashamed to say, have gotten by our legislature in Florida, and we were powerless to stop it. It doesn't mean we're giving up. We've had a huge influx of money from the likes of Bloomberg, Al Hoffman, Mike Fernandez, huge Republican donors giving Republicans money to support some of the worst gun control legislation we have seen in decades. Florida's red flag law provides no due process protections, or at least very limited ones. It's, unfortunately, as Trump said, take the guns now and provide due process later. That is just not how due process works. And we're fighting hard to stop this. It's not all doom and gloom, though. We just won a giant preemption case against against Broward County. Huge case. When they were told that you can't have no firearm signs, they said, okay, we're not allowed to have no firearm signs. So they put up no weapons signs. The judge saw right through this. It was a clear attempt to confuse people because, yes, under Florida law, a weapon and a firearm are two different things. The judge saw right through it, and while we have firearms preemption, our Constitution, and he finally understood, our Constitution says that only the legislature may regulate the right to bear arms. So for the first time in Florida, I'm proud to report local municipalities, not only can they not regulate firearms, they cannot regulate knives, clubs. Doug Ritter, wherever you are back there, the knife rights issue just took a huge win in Florida, and we've got a lot more coming. We've sued the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. FDLE has been doing a lot of illegal things, like when you go to buy a gun, saying, there's an unlimited time that we have to do your background check. Now, Florida law says they have 3 days, 24 working hours, actually. But FDLE decided, no, they can, when they find if they find any kind of a problem in your background, say you had an arrest in 1977 for a misdemeanor, then they can delay you buying a gun forever. We've sued them. Florida law also says if you have they're a point of contact state for your NICS check. Florida law also says if you have a concealed carry license or if you're a law enforcement officer, you don't have to have the fees associated with getting an X-check, the $5 fee that they charge. Well, they serve over 2 million gun purchases annually, and we have over 2 million concealed carry licensees. We sued them over that. We've had a number of people going to, and I want you to, if you've purchased a firearm in Florida for the past 4 years, I want you to go to fdlelawsuit.com, fill out the questionnaire there. If you're qualified for one of these 2 cases that we filed against the state, it'll add you as a class action. We're suing for the $5 back for millions of gun purchases over the last 4 years. So $5 at a time, we're going to make this hurt when they try to hurt us. We're bringing it back to them. So, but do not get it confused. It's not about Republicans versus Democrats. It is about people who respect your rights versus people who don't respect your rights. We have a Senate president in Florida who does not respect your rights. He's taken huge money from Bloomberg, Al Hoffman, and Mike Fernandez on the promise of passing more gun control in Florida. So, to Mike Galvano and the legislative leadership in Florida, I have only one thing to say. There's a path back to Jesus, but you better repent. Have a good day.